Well, welcome all. I'll declare the meeting open at 6:01. And so I'd start by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which we meet and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. Record of attendance, we've got myself, Councillor Layton, Councillor Richardson, Councillor Miliseski, Councillor Gibson, Councillor Mansell was an apology, and then on approved leave of absence we got Councillor Mark Mudie, and then officers we've got our CEO Matt Bird, Natalie Bell, Paul Spencer and Les Main Waring. And yeah, welcome to the public gallery as well, and anyone watching from home. So, right, so point 3, response to previous public questions taken on notice. Neil, 4, public question time. Would you like to ask any questions, Jeff? Right, no worries. Point 5, a declaration of interest. Neil. Point 6, applications for leave of absence.
Thanks, Shire President. I have 2 applications. The first one is from Councillor Richardson, who's applying for leave from the period of the 15th of September to the 18th of October inclusive. So I'll ask Council to endorse that, and also from Councillor Major, who's also applied for leave from the 6th of September through to the 15th of September. What's that the reason?
Holiday, yeah.
Holiday. So move and second.
All right, so mover for those 2 applications. Move Councillor Gibson, seconder. Second Councillor Miliseski. All in favour? Yep. That's carried. All right, 7.1, confirmation of the minutes of the previous meeting from the OCM minutes of the 15th of July 25. Do we have a mover that the minutes and associated attachments of the ordinary council meeting held on the 15th of July 2025 be confirmed as a true and correct record? Move Councillor Richardson, seconder. Councillor Layton, all in favour? Yep, that's carried. And then 7.2 is that the minutes and associated attachments of the special council meeting held on the 30th of July 2025 be confirmed as a true and correct record. We have a mover for that one. Move Councillor Gibson, seconder. Councillor Layton, all in favour? Yep, that's carried. All right, point 8, announcements, reports by elected members. All right, we'll go around the room, starting with you, Councillor Miliseski.
Thank you. So ended up at the junior sports event on the weekend. So it was the wind up, all the kids and that, and out there's definitely some really good talented youngsters in all fields, the hockey, the footy and the netball. So looks like there's a bit of a future for a few of the kids there. So that was really good to see.
Good to know.
And also ended up attending the Hopetown Then, Now and Next, a living timeline, and how important it is to help and support our community and all the things that they actually do since their beginnings, which I didn't even realise how long ago it was actually set up, and all the actual things that they had completed and done within the Shire.
Yep.
And that's me.
Thanks, Councillor Miliseski. Councillor Gibson.
Yeah, I haven't been out and about as much. I've kind of been away waiting for a special delivery. But on the 30th of July, I attended via Zoom the special council meeting that we had. Then on the 5th of August, same deal via Zoom for our corporate discussion. And then just over the weekend on the 15th of August, went down to the Hopetown Port Hotel for the Sea Shantyman event, where 13 singers, musicians came over from Esperance, and the port was pretty full, so it was really nice to hear some different music. And then today I went to the co-op meeting that was held here, which there was a lot of people that turned up showing a lot of interest in that. So I thought that was a good event to have for everyone. So that's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Gibson. Councillor Richardson.
President, I attended the special budget meeting, obviously, and I called into the Shire Central Councillors Information Night in Hopetown. Quite interesting in its way, actually. I also attended the HBA's morning yesterday. I agree with Councillor Miliceski. It was really very well run, actually. It was good to have the old stories. Some of the others out there. And I also attended Hopetown CRC meeting. I'm afraid I forgot to bring the notes from that. I can't quite remember what happened, but there was certainly the usual busy people and achieving all sorts of stuff. You may know more than I do. So.
I know they're off to Perth this week, so you might be up for awards or something. But they usually send through the minutes through to the TO, don't they? Always. Well, I think it's one of the few groups that do. I think HPA used to. I don't know if they still do.
Yep, they do.
So I've done a couple of things.
Thanks, Councillor Richardson. Yeah, is that everything from you? Yeah. All right, Councillor Leighton. Yep, fire away.
Yeah. On the 23rd of July, this is probably not Shire related, but it is in many ways. I went up to Tamman for basically for an event that they're going to be holding, and it might become an annual event on spiders. So it was with I went up there in support with Dr. Leander Mason, who studies the trapdoor spiders, and she's setting up this. She's from the university, but she's setting up this thing called Matriarchs of the Wheat Belt, which is a pretty good name for it, and it's in regards to celebrating Barbara York Main, who was the world expert on trapdoor spiders, and the oldest living spider in the world is there. Was dead now, sorry, but she monitored it for 43. Barbara monitored it for 43 years, but I went there basically because they've been asking me how I was said about the wildflower show, how we go about setting it up and things like that. So, but that will become a big thing. But I sat in on one of the shires we presented to the Shire, so I thought that was quite interesting and really good. They've got a new CEO and they're really happy with, and he's happy to be there. And, yeah, so that was really good. And then I went to the special budget meeting, went to the Converge conference for 2 days in Esperance, and that was really good. And a couple of people from the Ravensthorpe Tourism Advisory Group actually went along as well and learnt a lot. I thought it was extremely good. A bit different to last year, but we did go out on a bus and tour different venues, and you probably see some in the Esperance Express photos from last week. And also had the RTAG meeting this month, so 12th of August. That was the second meeting, and that was pretty good as well. And Saturday, Ravensthorpe Historical Society meeting. That went well. They were all excited about having somebody coming into the visitor centre, being supported by Shire, so they're very happy about that. We've got a couple of new members and possibly another 2. Sunday, wildflower show meeting, but still involves a lot. They wanted me to pass on that thanks to all the Shire, everybody, all the guys working in the Shire for everyone, so helpful. So they're really quite nice, happy about that. And I went to the HBA timeline strategy planning thing yesterday, and that was good. So also somebody said to me, please thank the Shire for the email that they can put a work order into. They said it's the best thing that's ever come out of Shire. I don't like Shire much, but that's good. How's that? I said I'd pass it.
Right. Thanks, Councillor Leighton. So for myself, on the 25th of July, attended a provision of GP services meeting in Lake Grace. That's a working group that's still, working away in the background to get some some assistance from state and federal governments with the provision of GP services. Then 30th of July, we had the special council meeting to adopt the budget. 31st of July, we had a meeting with Caroline Robinson, the Ravensthorpe Hopetown Future Fund chair. On the 1st of August, went to the Esperance Converge event, which was a good event. 5th of August, we had Australian citizenship ceremony here in Ravensthorpe. Then that was followed by a meeting with Wolga President Karen Chappell and Wolga CEO Nick Sloan, which I think everyone here was at. And then that was then followed by corporate discussions. That was a big day. On the 19th, and then that brought me to today, which was we had the community co-op meeting, which was a well-attended workshop on the possibility of starting a co-op to run the shop here in Ravensthorpe. And then that was followed by a Ravensthorpe Hopetown Future Fund board meeting. And that is it from me. And next just a plug for the Winter Sports Grand Final, which is this weekend in Hopetown. So good luck to all the participants and get down there, support if you can. The weather forecast looks pretty good. So, all right, that's me. To the agenda. All right, so 9, I do have announcements by the presiding person without discussion. I would just like to acknowledge the passing of Philip Richard Jamison, also known as Blue. He was a prominent businessman and community member who arrived in Ravensthorpe in the early 70s and stayed ever since, known for running a local grocery store in the later years. But in his earlier years, he was also a big supporter of local community and sporting clubs and the Shire councillor for a period of time. So the funeral is next Monday on the 25th of August at the Ravensthorpe Entertainment Centre. So that one. All right. Point 10, petitions, deputations, presentations, submissions, nil. Matters arising, nil. 12.2, corporate services monthly financial report, July 25. Do we have a mover that council received the July 2025 monthly financial reports as presented? Move Councillor Gibson, seconder. Councillor Richardson, all in favour? Anyone want to speak on that motion? No, that's carried. 12.2.2, schedule of account payments for July 25. Do we have a mover that council, pursuant to Regulation 13 of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 1996, the payment of accounts for the month of July 2025 be noted? Move Councillor Layton, second Councillor Miliseski. Anyone want to speak on that motion? No. All in favour? Yep, that's carried. 12.4.1, commodity route project nomination, Mills Road, Melaleuca Road upgrade. So the recommendation is that council endorses by an absolute majority the CEO to propose that road improvement works on Mills Road between SLK 0.0-2.3 kilometres and Melaleuca Road between SLK 0.0-0.4 metres be the preferred project nomination to the 2026-27 Commodity Route Fund for $400,000, which is the full amount available, with a $200,000 co-contribution by the Shire of Ravensthorpe in the 26-27 budget, subject to grant guidelines under the State Road Funds to Local Government Agreement. Do we have a mover for that one? Move Councillor Layton, seconder. Councillor Richardson. Anyone want to speak on that motion? Yeah, I'll just say that that's a pretty important stretch of road there, which gets a lot of traffic, particularly at harvest time. So yeah, it'd be great to see that upgraded. So well done to Paul and the team for putting this forward, and yeah, hopefully it gets up. Yeah. All right, we'll put that one to the vote. All in favour? Yep, That's carried. All right. 13, nil. 14, we do have a new business urgent nature introduced by decision of the meeting. That'll be confidential item 14.1.1. So do we have a mover that that's to be received into the meeting? Move Councillor Gibson. Seconded Councillor Layton. All in favour? Yep, that's carried. So we'll receive that into the meeting. Now it is confidential, so we'll slot it into point 15, which is matters to be considered behind closed doors. So do we have a mover that we move behind closed doors? Move Councillor Richardson. Second, Councillor Miliceski. All in favour? Yep, that's carried. But Jeff, we'll just have to ask you to leave the room, mate. You can come in after we're done to listen to the results if you'd like. You know the drill.
Jeff from the public gallery returned to chambers at 6:43 p.m.
Welcome back to the meeting. So matters dealt with behind closed doors were 15.1 rates, write-off and interest mining tenements, and so that was mining tenements A14339 and A14350, and that was carried. And then 15.2 sale of land for recovery of unpaid rates, A503 and A1366, that was also carried. Right, so that brings us to our last point of business, unless there's anything else, which is closure of the meeting. So I'll declare the meeting closed at 6:44. Thanks for your attendance.
Very good.